So, hello everybody and welcome to this first BioCoherence Summit. So I just want to start by saying how incredibly honored I am that all of you traveled half the world to come here. And it's really a great honor for me to welcome you because it shows how BioCoherence is starting to take shape and to be useful for all of you individually. So I'm very happy and very grateful that you all came. And I hope you will have a great time here, either because the weather is really nice or because the presentations are very cool. I heard some of you went to... Ouais, tu peux pour l'instant, c'est bon. Oui. Laisse allumer pour l'instant et puis quand je montrerai ensuite. Ah ben même, c'est bien là. Ouais, c'est bien. Yeah. I've heard some of you went to the hot springs yesterday evening. Yeah, so you have to guide the other ones and maybe us if we want to go there because it seems magical.
Very magical.
So we are in the south of France, in the mountains. It's really very nice place. And I want to start this conference by just taking a little bit of time to see everything we have done in the past year and to see where we are today and what will happen in the next year. And probably we will have a lot of new things to show to the next conference. But right now, we already have a lot of things to see. Est-ce que vous comprenez suffisamment ce que je dis avec mon accent français pas possible? C'est bon, ok. Sinon, vous vous mettez à côté de Christine. Ouais. Okay, so we have people from all around the world, but we have some French people here. So, and French are notoriously not very good at English. So I will try my best to take my horrible French accent so that I can understand. Okay, so I will start with the past. So just a quick far away recap. I've dug a little bit into the history of how we came to BioCoherence today. And I found things so old as 2011, where I started a first app that was called Remedit. So it was a remedy with meditation. So already a lot of concepts were there. But it was too complicated and so on. But at that time, so 14 years ago, I wrote some bullet points of everything I wanted this app to say, and I discovered that yesterday by preparing this presentation, and most of it is there now, so it's really great. But it's been a lot of work. In 2013, I was writing some guided meditations for the app. In 2016, it morphed into another app that was called meditate.me that never was released, but still strong focus on meditation. In 2019, we started some research with a group of medical doctors to try and get the RAC signal from the pulse. That's research from a French doctor named Nogier that found that some signal could be extracted from the pulse reading when you get some sort of stress or things in the body. So at that point, I had already written some research software to get things out of the pulse. And between 2019 and 2022, we did these regular researches with this group of medical doctors. And of course, they were also interested in TCM and things like that. So that was the start of trying to make everything together. In the meantime, we created in 2011 a therapist group. We bought a place with 8 different cabins for therapists. And we had therapists from many different specialties, including TCM, Ayurveda, essential oils, and so on. And so this group of therapists was also tapped in to make some research and to cross-reference a lot of different knowledges and so on. In 2022, we released the first app, which was called 33, and which was only focused on Christine's research, or on 21 maybe. I think we released it in 21. So it was only guided meditations without the analysis part for first. And in 22, we started to expand it with some preliminary analysis, which was only for chakras and meridians, to try and select the most appropriate cards from her book. But it was really the beginning of what would become BioCoherence. In 2023, I found our second French presentation for the French masterclass. And at that time, it was called Propulse. So it changed a lot of time, the name. Propulse. Yeah, Propulse. So Propulse.
Oh, Propulse.
Yeah. And finally, in 2024, we had the first English unveil, and at that time it was fixed as BioCoherence, but I think just a few weeks before the presentation. Propulse. Pulse. Pulse, sorry.
Well, in English, we were trying to see which words you were going with.
Yeah. It's very creative, you know.
Propulse.
Yeah. Anyway, BioCoherence is best, and we will stick to it. And so since 24, we started going public and unveiling the beta presentation, and there was absolutely no bug at the beginning. It was such a breeze. So thank you for sticking with us, because it was a rough ride, and I know it was frustrating at the beginning because everything was so messy and complicated and buggy and so on. So everybody that is still here, you are really heroes. So in April 24, we had this first English unveiling conference. In May 24, we released on Windows, macOS, Linux, on top of iOS. We started the ticket system, and from June 24 we made weekly or bi-weekly updates all the way down to today, and it will not stop. So we integrated the help, we added some language switches. At first it was just only French and English. We improved the lists, we added some tutorial videos in English first. In June, we went to 1.9, where we integrated most tightly the tests. We did some layout improvements. We introduced the family accounts and the Me plan. We had an open manual direct access from the app, and we started having an option to save to cloud. So we opened our own cloud that is operated on our own servers for privacy reasons. So whenever you save something to the cloud, it's not saved to Amazon or anything else. It's saved securely on our servers where nobody else has access. So we are in July. Reports. A menu for reports, PDF export of reports. Then we introduced measure quality for instant cleaning of the recordings. Recordings auto-stopping. We had a faster biomarker computation because at the beginning it was quite long, so it became faster and faster. PDF editings, chakra screens improved. In mid-24, we had 3,500 guided meditations in 4 languages. So it started to really expand. We had 10,000 different frequencies for more than 1,000 biomarkers. Personalized meditations, and report expanded with more than 6,000 new interpretation texts. So it started to really take shape. But we didn't start there. We didn't stop there. So August 24, and we are still on 1.9. We are today on 1.33.
133.
Yeah.
1.27.
Yeah.
Probably 280 now. As we sat here.
I have something. I have some coding to finish, so let me 5 minutes.
Laura's Laura's not here, yeah. We have another upgrade coming right here.
Yeah. Really, the latest version is late because it's maybe the third 33 since 1 month at most, or 1 month and a half. But that's because I'm preparing V2. So there is a lot of things cooking in the background.
So do you have the current frequency stats? How many frequencies for how many biomarkers?
For today?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in 1.9 we had more than 1,000 biomarkers. Today we have 1,500 biomarkers. But we also had 180 recipes, and we expanded to more than 600 TCM recipes, which come additionally into the biomarkers. So we have more than 2,000 biomarkers now.
All right.
So biomarkers are now, for clarity, biomarkers, we changed the name to structures to separate. So the biomarkers is the analysis data, the flower, and so on. But the structure is the frequencies that are resonating into your body or your energy or your mind. We call it a structure because it's a physical structure or an energetic structure that we will address. So we have the structures, which are all the white items. And then we have the stimuli, which are additional programs that you can add on top. But at that point, in August 24, it didn't exist. So let's not speak about it right now. Leave me 5 minutes. Yes? Well, biomarkers are the analysis of these different structures.
You're going to keep that?
Yeah, we keep biomarkers. Biomarkers is a standard word. When you do blood analysis, you get biomarkers. But on your blood analysis, you have what you are analyzing, which is the structure, and the value, which is the biomarker. Okay. So what you are analyzing is, for instance, the lung valves. So this is the structure. And then you have the flower and the attention, intention, the links, and so on. And all of that is the biomarkers. The biomarkers is the things that are dependent on your specific analysis.
Right.
It changes from analysis or from person to person.
You're not going to change that?
No. No, I think biomarker is a good word, I think. Yeah.
Awesome word.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify the difference between structure and stimuli.
Yep. So where are we at with frequencies?
Today?
Yeah.
How many?
Today or in 1 hour?
Right now, not by the end of the day.
Because by the end of the day, you will have 1,000 or 2,000 more. So when I show you what is for the future, and the future is like tomorrow.
Oh.
So we have a near future and we have a far future.
Okay.
But for the near future, I will show you what will happen in the next version.
Okay. Give us a...
Out of my head, I'm not sure.
Ballpark?
A few thousands. For the
before.
Yeah, for the biomarker. Yes, but okay. So just one precision, one program. So one structure or one stimulus can be made of from 1 to maybe 20 or 30 different frequencies.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So if we have currently 1,500 biomarkers structures, sorry, it can mean there are maybe 10,000 different frequencies inside.
Right.
Or maybe even more.
So
okay.
we can say more than 10,000?
Yeah, you can say safely more than
10,000.
10,000.
That's a good thing when I'm speaking to people about this. It's like, hey, we have over, 10,000 frequencies that are applied to 1,500 different biomarkers.
Yeah.
Because then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, that's overwhelming, but now we have the technology that can apply that efficiently and effectively to your priorities.
Yeah.
So,
Just 1 second. Do you hear the questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'll check.
Okay. So please.
Well, one thing I would like to clarify, so what you call not the biomarker, the alpha frequencies, okay, so when you add structures, you are adding alpha frequencies, right? In other words, you have the structure, which may have 20 different frequencies in it. Are those all alphas?
No.
Or are those resonant?
No, it's a good question. You will find some of this. So say a particular structure like the liver is made of 20 different resonant frequencies. Some of these frequencies will be alpha values, so integer values, but most of them will not be, because it's a physical structure with its own properties, and all of these properties are made of a lot of different constraints that are not only based on frequencies, on LFEs. I mean, yeah. So we are far more than only integer LFE frequencies.
That really clarifies it.
Yeah. And how I share that with people is that the LFEs are the harmonics, and when we're using those other frequencies that are specific to whatever structure it is, the LFEs help harmonize those other frequencies, which is an asset that other things don't have.
The thing with LFE, so the integer LFE frequencies are the perfect way to implode energy in a recursive way at all scales. Okay, so you can, with integer LFE frequencies, you can address scales at the galactic level up to the atomic level and beyond. And what makes it special is that it's a cascade based on golden ratio, and this cascade and these precise frequencies that are multiple of Planck length and Planck time, which are the pixels of reality, somehow, by multiplying them with the golden ratio, you find values that when they are exactly on this ratio, they can go down this path or up this path and connect the different scales. Okay, so that's what LFE frequencies are. It's a connection across scales. It's kind of the fifth dimension, which is the scale dimension. That's an interesting theory, but I'm going to speak for 10 hours. That's a very interesting theory from Marc Henry, I think. Yeah, that we live in 5 dimensions. So we have 3 dimensions of space. We have 1 dimension of time, and maybe more. In fact, the time is probably multidimensional, and we live in a plane of time or a space of time. So it's probably 3-dimensional too, but let's say 1 for clarity. But there is another one which is very interesting, which is scale. It means if you say I am at this x, this y, and this z, and I am at this moment here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I am here. There is another point here. It's at what scale am I at this point? Am I at the microscopic level and I'm looking to 1 atom? Or I am at the hand level and I'm looking at the hand? Or I am at the galactic level and I'm looking just at Earth, just with a focus on my hand? It's very different information. It's not at all the same information, okay? So this scale, this 5th scale dimension is very important to understand when you do the translation between space and information. Because the information of this point is not the same if you look at it as an atom or if you look at it as a hand level. Okay? So this is what we can address when we speak about LFEs. We can go from these different dimensions and do this link from energy and information from the atomic level to the hand level to the universe level. Okay?
You had something?
Yeah. So is the structures, going back to the structures, is a decent way to the metaphor, like a sonar radar. So your frequencies are like, you know when you do the air one to see whether someone's deaf, it emits a pulse at, you know, these frequencies, these micro frequencies, and it's kind of getting feedback from the eardrum. Yeah. Is that what you're doing with structures? So you're emitting, and then you can kind of, from a frequency perspective, see the shape of the liver from a frequency perspective. Is that what? So
it's another very interesting point. When we measure with a sensor, we don't emit anything. Okay. When we correct with audio frequencies or with the harmonizer that you will see tomorrow, or with guided meditation, we do emit anything. We do emit something, sorry. So with the sensor, we just extract electrical data from your whole body because you hold the sensor like that, and we get not only the pulse of the heart, but we get the whole electrical activity from your whole body because everything is going through your whole body. And we can extract the information directly from that. So it's not like a sonar, because a sonar would emit a strong pulse and see how it comes back like a radar, but with sound. So we don't do that. We don't emit sound. That said, you will see tomorrow when you see the harmonizer. With the harmonizer, we will emit the actual electrical frequencies and see how your body reacts. So in that sense, we will have some instant biofeedback. And we do that already with the harmonic boost when, you know, in version, I don't know, 1.31 or in the far future, we introduced a way to measure the harmonic boosts. And so you have a button to measure the harmonic boost now, which will emit the harmonic boost while you are recording and seeing how your body reacts and seeing what harmonic boost you need for today. So in this mode, we are emitting the frequencies.
So when did that? So that was already.
Yes, but you are not here every Thursday, and you should, because we are doing a webinar.
That's really important.
So we are doing a webinar every Thursday, and if you miss one webinar, you are totally lost because it goes so fast.
That is leading.
Could you address the magnetics that are incorporated? Because doesn't the sensor also pick up the magnetics? Because whenever you have a current flowing,
Yeah. Okay, so physically, when you have an electric wave, you have a magnetic wave, which is the same frequency and which is orthogonal. So when you are measuring electrically, you are measuring magnetically too. Yeah, different axes, but same frequencies and same, and they are carried by the same waves. So yeah. So yes, we measure also the magnetic activity. Anyway, in the body, all the electric and the magnetic activity are the same because it all stems from atoms and groups of dipoles that are either spinning or creating currents or things like that. And so it's electromagnetic. It's not purely magnetic or purely electric. It's all magnets all the way down somehow. Water is a magnet molecule. Water.
well, yes,
Yeah.
that's how it stores.
Water is a dipole. So with water, you can create batteries, and we create batteries in our cells, and you can store information and so on. So we are just a very, very complicated, incredible device and machine.
Complicated bag of water.
Yeah. Maybe we are just a bag of water with, when waves go on the sound and it leaves some tiny traces. I think our matter is just these tiny traces that is forged by water going up and down and leaving traces of elements around it. So it's just the waves coming, and the way that the water waves are coming on the beach, you see all these drawings, and these drawings are ultimately building, I think, our cells and our body.
Like Morgan said, we created, bodies that are full of water so water can move, transport outside the lake. It can move around.
Yeah. Well, our cells, originally our cells were waterborne in the ocean, and it had to find a way, so our cell components, they had to find a way to get out of this, and that way was to build the cell with its outer shell and so on. And then cells decided to collaborate and to build bigger organisms made of several cells. And at each of these different steps, you had what we called emergent properties. So this is systems theory. Each time you make a system more complicated on the basis of more simple systems, you get what we call emergent properties, which are new properties that are impossible to guess from the system below. So if you have one individual cell, it makes a bacteria, for instance, which is totally autonomous and which cannot really collaborate with, it can collaborate with other bacteria like animals can do, for instance, but it will not create new organisms. But if you stick together 100 billion, 100,000 billion bacteria that fused with mitochondria and that decided to create a new organism, you get politics and people fighting each other. So that was impossible to imagine when you just look at one bacteria, And we are so glad to have politics.
Wonder what will come out of politics.
Yes, exactly. So when you take 10 billion humans, you start having new superorganisms. And when you take maybe 1,000 different planets in 1,000 years, we will get a very different humanity again. Because there will be some new emergent properties from this that we cannot forecast from here, but that will be like an evidence when we are there.
That's actual AI, creating intelligence artificially out of something else.
Yes, AI has some emergent properties too. When you develop the AI algorithms, at first you just want to guess the second word, the next word, but you make some more and more complicated algorithms to guess the next word, to be more and more accurate, and just not take into account the words before, but 10 or 11 or 1,000 or 1 billion words before, and then you start seeing answers that seems to be intelligence, and that was not forecast. It was just a way to do a very clever autocomplete at first. But now you can ask questions to ChatGPT and get clever answers, and it's an emergent property. Nobody understands why it works. We understand the mechanics of it. We don't understand how it came to be so intelligent somehow.
Well, it's like you say, emergent, it's emergent.
Yeah, but nobody could say, okay, I will do an autocomplete so powerful that it will become intelligent, because it was impossible to imagine when you started the work. It just, when the work was done and people started using it, they just realized that it was there somehow.
Yeah, lucky in this. What they was even amazed at as well is like you could use that same technology to interpret pictures. Because you would have thought that you would have to build a different system for pictures.
Yeah, and now you can generate picture, and you just say, I want to see a puppy on the moon, and you get a picture of a puppy on the moon just by saying a few words, which is absolutely incredible. A few years ago, I would have said, no, that's not technically possible. You're dreaming, okay? And now you can generate videos, and you can generate film frames, which are
From a picture, you can generate
you can.
a video.
You can put someone in another image, and it computes everything. So it's an emergent property. So if we want to go back to biocoherence, I think I've created a system that is complex enough to get us some really nice emergent properties.
Are we saying now that the AI can pick out the traffic lights in a picture now?
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, so
Well, that's what Elon Musk says.
And many humans can't.
this reverse is gonna lock you on your own phone.
So the thing is, you might find that biocoherence is a complex system, but I think it's ultimately good for us because this complexity will allow us to create some emergent properties. And when we have these emergent properties, we won't see the complexity again because we are not looking at each of our individual cells. We are just looking at politics, and we are very happy to fight each other with politics. We are not thinking that, oh, I must feed this particular cell, okay? So by creating a complex enough system, we will get out of it something that will seem very simple to us. And don't get me wrong, it's a lot of work to get there for me and for you and for all the BioCoherence users and so on. But we are on a path to make something that will hopefully transform humanity in a very positive way and in a very simple way. So we will get there. And we are only in September. Yes. Vas-y en français. Hein.
Sorry, it was in English.
Non. Non, mais vas-y en français, je répéterai la question.
Juste pour pas te perdre,
Ouais.
parce que tu vas vite, et tu vas vite en anglais. Au niveau des chiffres, juste tu peux nous remettre fréquence des marqueurs, etc. Au niveau des chiffres en français, s'il te plaît.
Oui, alors aujourd'hui, on a 1500 biomarqueurs,
Ouais.
donc 1500 structures, on va dire, qui comprennent au moins 10 000 fréquences. Alors, sachant qu'il y a certains qui ont des fréquences en commun, etc. Voilà, ouais. Et au niveau des protocoles, c'est-à-dire des stimulus, je n'ai pas le chiffre exact, mais on est à plusieurs milliers maintenant. Donc, on est au moins à 4000 maintenant. Donc, les protocoles, c'est quelque chose dont je parlerai après, qui se rajoute par-dessus les biomarqueurs.
Merci.
Et les structures, pardon, mais moi je me trompe. Ouais.
Elfi en français.
Elfi.
Et en français, on n'a pas de traduction.
Elfi, c'est joli, Elfi. E-L-F-I-E.
C'est joli, mais qu'est-ce que ça veut dire concrètement pour nous?
C'est la mesure des elfes.
Génial, merci. Ça va très bien. Ok.
Elfi is because it's elfic, of course.
Ok.
It's the elfic measure. Mais c'est aussi parce que c'est L, c'est-à-dire la longueur de Planck, fois phi, c'est-à-dire le nombre d'or.
Ça, merci. Je savais qu'il y avait un truc.
Donc Lphi is Planck length is Lp, and so it's L times phi. So Lphi, very simple. It's also from elves, but you know it's poetry, so it always has a lot of meanings.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. math that way. You said L times phi.
Yeah.
Because you could also, because I saw it as Elphi, EL, as in God, Hebrew God.
Yeah.
And then phi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. So it's a poetic box with a lot of meanings.
And I love the Elfies. I have Elfie sticks all over now. They're not ready yet, but that was my goal to bring some. But
Yeah. And we have Dan Winter coming this afternoon to speak a bit about that. And if you stay for the Dan Winter conference, you will see two fans that has done a lot of things with Elfie values, like a way to measure them physically. He has a kind of compass. Non, comment est-ce qu'on dit un compas en anglais?
Yeah, the combined meter. I think it's 5 meters then. It's
Yeah.
combined scalar.
Anyway, I still have 10 minutes. Okay, so let's do it quick.
Peut-être fermer les lumières.
I don't have, well, I wanted to show you the next, so I will go quickly on the story. So September 24, we introduced the AI helpers and the export of frequencies. So in August 24, in fact, we introduced the frequencies. Before that, we didn't have the harmonic boosts. We had only the meditations. And it came out of, because we do these weekly webinars with users, and it's a trove of feedback. It's really amazing that everybody tells us every week what is good or what is less good in the app or what they want to do with it. And so we can post regularly updates based on that. So if you want to join every Thursday at 4 p.m. European time, it's open to all. And so probably in July, someone said that meditations were not so easy for them to have some healings and so on. And so we created this harmonic boost module, which is only the frequency part of the meditations and louder and just made only for harmonizing things. And it had a great success. And since that, we have a lot of incredible testimonies. So it's really great. Yes, in September we made the export and we started AI-assisted lists. So we didn't have the AI helpers yet, but we have a way to create lists, test lists and list items with AI. And at that time we started having complete English and French meditations too. I don't know why, okay. 1.12, October 24, more speed, prevalence screen, which came from user feedback. Prevalence screen is now very important, but didn't exist at the beginning. Well, you know all prevalence, and we will see it in workshops if you want. Confidential mode to blur the name of your user. If you need to take screenshots or share the screen with anybody, you can blur everything that is personal to the user. You could also send directly PDF email to clients and some enhancement to personality, momentum, and drives that you love. 1.13, still October, the polygraph. That was a new screen. Dynamic meditations evolving daily. It seems it didn't evolve before that. Okay. And we changed the automatic selection algorithm to the low resource score. Before that, we had a priority selection that came from high or low energy, high or low agitation. But we introduced this, internally, we introduced this resource score that is now public at that time. And it was the base to separate what is important to see now in your analysis. So low resources. And what is very strong in you, so high resources. And about that, we will have Christine that will speak about why we chose to use resources in BioCoherence, which is one of the really differentiator of bioresonance. Most medical analysis systems focus only on what is wrong, and if possible, separate it from all the rest. And that is exactly the contrary of what we do. We also focus on what is right and what is strong in you, and we connect it with all the rest. Yes. So this is, BioCoherence just takes it entirely all the way around. Yeah.
proactive.
Proactive, and also that's what Christine always says, but we all have very strong resources in us, and if we only focus on what's wrong, we just forget it. But it's a shame, because we are all very strong in so many points. I mean, we are still alive, and it's a miracle that every minute we are still alive. It's so complicated to stay alive, and everything works somehow. So not everything, almost everything, but I mean 99% of it basically works more or less. Okay, and we just focus on the 1% that goes wrong, and it's, I think, not a good focus to have, and that's why we also made BioCoherence, to focus on the 99% of good things that can help the 1% that needs help right now, and identify this 1% and identify what's the strongest in this 99% and just reconnect it.
But it also, it doesn't just work on the resources that, you know, look at what's right. It's getting that information from a holistic analysis.
Yeah, sure.
Where, you know, allopathic medicine says, oh, you got a temperature and, you know, your heart might be this, and that's what they focus on.
Yes, but they try to have a way to have a general assessment of you. So they make some measurement of your liver, and they take your temperature and your blood pressure, and they say, okay, it seems that with these parameters you may have this condition, okay? But it's a very low number of different analyses, and most of these analyses are really, really partial. So that's where also BioCoherence gives such a huge list of information that you can get much more precise results and much more precise understanding of what's really happening.
Just by following the causal chain,
Yeah.
looking, because BioCoherence is, well, this is where
But we are not yet on the causal chain, I think. You are too far in the future.
Oh, boy. Sorry.
So 1.14, remote test capability. Through the cloud, you can now ask for a client to do a test, and you will receive it. Live syncs and alerts. Progression curves for priorities. That was also new. We are still in October 24. I think October 24 was the conference last year here. So it was also the point where we met some of our users here last year. Sleep mode endings with 132 new guides. For the meditation, you could end with a sleep mode, and it would slowly fade out and guide you into sleep. Loop player, evolving meditations, and so on. Okay, end of 24, Apple Watch import and meditation interface improvements. More progress on calculations. I won't read everything. So 1.16, Android app, enters testing. Added languages, Polish, Spanish, and German. Prevalence filters, faster frequency export, algorithm refinements. 1.17, 16,000 recomputed audio guidances in 4 languages. So it was a new version. So it's not a secret. All the audio guidances are AI generated on the basis of Christine's voice. It allows us to generate it in all languages. So we made a first recording for the 33 app where Christine really recorded the meditations, and we used these recordings as a basis to train an AI to generate the voices, and from that we could translate the meditations and send them to the AI and get back the audio file and store it in our server. So it's only generated once. And it allows us to expand the meditations in all languages. It's quite expensive a process, so we only did 4 languages right now, but at one point we could generate the 20 languages or more. It's just a lot of money to put on the table, but it's ready to go. Frequency module, which was still called frequency module, I think. Balance library in 1.18, which is now called basic programs. So we started this new idea of maybe some users don't want to take a scan and they just want to start a quick program. And so I asked Christine to make some first generic programs, and the goal is to have around maybe 150 generic programs for common cases that you can just play without doing a scan, or that you can integrate into your own exploration, because once you have done your exploration and you get your own set of priorities, which is something like 30 priorities amongst the 1,500 biomarkers, you can edit these priorities and remove the ones that you don't want and add some that you want, and add a whole basic program into your priorities if you want in just one click. So say you have a cough or a common cold, and there is a basic program for common cold. You will do a scan, but this scan will maybe raise some other issues or some other things that you can address besides the common cold. But in one click, you can just click on the common cold basic program and add them to your priorities, and it will just mix everything.
Sorry, is this feature available now?
Since December 24.
The basic
That's why we do a summit. That's to just keep everything up to the latest pace.
The basic programs are great.
Yeah,
Those are
and we have tons of amazing results with it. So
so awesome. They're awesome.
yeah,
When he started adding the basic programs, there's a program there called emotional relaxation.
yeah,
Yeah.
And while you can play it over, speakers or headphones, which is fine, but running it through plasma or magnetic, where you're not listening to it, but you're sensing it. When I go to fairs and set up, I play the emotional relaxation, and people come up and they stand there, and obviously I've got the globes going, but it just, a lot of people, when they walk in the door, and I'm not by the door, they feel it, they sense it, and then they come looking for it.
Yeah.
So it's very effective.
yeah. And that was one of the points of the basic programs, and I think it stemmed from a discussion we had, like how can we test biocoherence without going through all the process of the exploration and so on. And so now you can just even export it as an MP3 and send it to someone and say, hey, here is an MP3, and if it makes someone to you, maybe we can go further with you. But the first step is very simple. And even 2 days ago, Steven sent the migraine program to someone that said that she had migraine since years, and it's the first time since years that she slept after just listening to the MP3. So we have daily testimonials like that, and really use the MP3 feature to just send it to people to have a taste of what BioCoherence can do for them. En français, si tu veux. Ouais.
I used this one just one time because I was a mistake with the horses to go to trader, and just started like 10-50 seconds. The horse just go, wow,
Yeah.
calm down. It was amazing, incredible.
And we also have
I had it on my pocket.
And we also have many testimonies with animals. So animals react really good to harmonic boosts. Yeah. And so at one point, I believe we will have an animal system, but the analysis part needs some rework. Yes, exactly. For the analysis, we need clamps, and we need some different basis for the analysis, probably, because, for instance, a horse is 30 bits per minute, which is quite different to a human. So we will have to, if we open at one point this animal program, which we will do, we will have to work to be sure that we are in the right frequency zones for every animal we test. So we might have to choose the kind of animal. Yeah, so. 1.21, no, it's full of big updates. Okay, 1.20, January 25, introduction of AI helpers. Isn't that a big one? Yeah. So you can start chatting with your exploration, and you can start chatting with, at that time 20, but now 40 and even more, I think, specialized AI agents that will receive a subset of your biomarkers, because we cannot send 1,500 biomarkers in an AI, it would just mess everything. So we have to send a subset. That's why we created specialized AI helpers. So if you go to the naturopath AI helpers, for instance, it will receive some organs, some meridians, some acupuncture points, and some test list items that are relevant to naturopathy, and you can start a discussion, and it will directly see what's wrong and right with you, and it can. So if you start with the, I don't know, the essential oil specialist, for instance, it can do a special blend for you, just based on your analysis. So it's really incredible. And now we have looking a little bit into the future that is now the past, but still the future in my presentation. We have the stimuli, and we introduced some stimuli AI helpers that can add some specific stimuli on top of your structures, and that is really, really great.
Very powerful.
Yeah. Yes?
You know, one basic program that could be interesting is tumor reduction.
Yes. So for basic programs, Christine is the girl. So I'm sure you have tons of ideas for basic programs. So if you have ideas, we are, as you know, very eager to get them. And if it's about basic programs, just go to Christine, because she's the one designing them. 1.21, causal chain, at last.
It caused you to talk about it.
Yes.
So causal chain is an incredible screen. I won't go in detail in it, but yeah. 1.22, another big one, questionnaires. So we introduced questionnaires for two reasons. One is to get a better view of yourself. And so when you end an exploration, you say, what is the main focus? Is it pain? Is it psychological? Etc. And this will prompt you for one specific questionnaire according to these categories. So if it's pain, if it's physical pain, for instance, you will be prompted the SF36, which is an official medical questionnaire. And when you answer the questions, it will give you some new items that will be incorporated into your daily meditation. So this, we integrated 7 or 8 official medical questionnaires, and we compute what they call dimensions, which are results of the different questions. And when you answer, for instance, the SF36, which is 36 questions, hence the name, you get, I don't know how many, maybe 5 or 6 different dimensions, which is like physical pain, mental exhaustion, things like that. And from these points, we can do two things. We can add you some 7-day-long specific meditations to focus on this particular item. And we can compute a progression from the beginning and the end of your exploration, because at the end of the exploration, the user will be prompted again to fill the same questionnaire. And from that, we can get some medically validated data. Like you were at this point in the beginning of the process, and now you are at this point. And from that, we can do some official studies. So questionnaires is a very important part for the future of BioCoherence, because as much we start gathering these answers, and we can build some anonymous studies on it to say, okay, we have these users that have this kind of problems, and we can say that from the beginning to the end of the process, they went, for instance, from a pain of 8 to a pain of 4, and this is medically proven because we have all the data. So I think that's a very important point of BioCoherence, on my vision of BioCoherence, which is to validate it.
Like the collective consciousness, if we're collecting data to apply to...
What, sorry?
Like the collective consciousness?
Yeah.
Like everybody, like how doing this affects everybody, because it's a frequency that goes into the ethers, you know, like even people that aren't directly connected to BioCoherence.
Yes, that's probably another question then. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's not related to questionnaires. Yes.
So, so for example, in my whatever I do practice, I have questionnaire. I've spoken to you about this before, but I'm just actually thinking a nice addition to have is I could load my questionnaire, or I do my questionnaire to you, load it into the program, and then within one click, there's an AI button that says, okay, create a playlist from this questionnaire.
Could be done. Yeah.
That seems like such a logical, as opposed to me sitting there for like hours or days working.
But the difference is that when you do a recording with a sensor, you get subconscious data. When you fill a questionnaire, you get conscious data. So it's not the same target.
Types.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
But both of them is similar to like.
Questionnaire for me is a way to objectify. Do you say that? Objectify some data that we can then use first to help the user according to his stated needs, so conscious needs. Okay, he says, "I'm in pain." We will give you a meditation specifically on dealing with pain. Okay, because it's conscious expression of what he needs. So filling a questionnaire.
On basic programs. So with the basic programs, imagine I upload a questionnaire, and then from that questionnaire is this output of this custom program to like a basic program, and then the same way how you can add basic programs into I can take the output from the questionnaire, i.e. this AI thing that's created this boost, this basic program, and then I can just add that in to the person's scan. So they're getting like they said, their questionnaire feedback, which is different, it's based on what they know, and then it gets added into their sensors, and that way it gets merged. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Why not?
yeah, I think that. Yeah.
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 Well, the thing with the questionnaires is that's emotional. It's other words, the person, BioCoherence reads the emotional tension, it extracts the emotional tension out of the analysis. But the questionnaire is, in other words, they may not be consciously aware of the emotional tension, but by answering the questions, that's also, because the questions aren't just emotional, you feel pain. Well, does it affect your social interactions? Does it affect walking up the stairs? So you are not not validating the analysis, but you are getting personal feedback.
And trying to objectify things in your daily life. So I think it's a very important part.
So then what I'm seeing now is we're linking the conscious with the subconscious
Yeah.
energetics.
Yeah, that's what I
and
got.
in that mergence, hopefully there is a resonance and a harmony that the user feels even more potentially because.
I'll pay more attention to that.
Yeah. So yes,
Agreed. I've literally meant like, oh, you don't have to do that.
yes, and you know it's so easy to do the recording, and in 2 minutes you have the results. And when you see, oh, I have to fill like 36 questions, that's a mess. But you should really do it because first it gives you a perk, which are specific meditations, new meditations to play with, and second, it really helps the system pinpoint this. And third, if you do it with your clients, you can now ask them to fill it remotely. So when you go to the questionnaires, you have a button Ask. If you click on Ask, it will send a notification to our clients to say, hey, your practitioner asked you to fill this questionnaire. So we can do it at home. So you don't have to do it during your practice in the office or anything. You say, okay, it would be interesting for you to fill this questionnaire, so I'm just sending you this notification, and you can do it on your way home. And that's so easy.
Email?
Sorry?
That'll send it to the client's email?
Yes, or a notification directly in the app.
Well,
There's another interesting aspect to that. I think there's often a disconnect between the conscious belief of something and the subconscious reality.
Yeah.
I think that could be an interesting like red flag when somebody is thinking consciously something, and we can read with the scan that it's something else. That's a kind of a denial which is creating a blockage. It could be another dimension to that.
And also, it's also very important that your client feels listened to. And these questions are very mental and very conscious. So you feel listened to because you have to answer to very specific questions on your conditions. So when you do the scan, it's almost addressing your body and your subconscious first. And when you do the questionnaires, it's most addressing your conscious part.
You could do a gap analysis score.
Yeah.
I can't help
saying
myself
what
when I
the
get ideas.
questionnaire does is it allows the client to define their comfortable sensate definition of reality. Because the BioCoherence takes the subconscious, and that it also reads the me outside, but it's helped by because the outside is, that's how I create my reality. That's
So,
my,
so I'm sorry, but we are so late. I didn't start the second part of my presentation, which is really interesting for you. So let's speed run it. 1.23. Okay. Audio meditations in 5 languages. Support for 20 languages, just like that. Okay, including Arabic on the other side of the screen. They write right to left. Audio meditations in 5 languages. The journal feature. The journal feature is something that is really useful for clients too. And now everything could be shown on the same timeline. Every exploration or re-evaluation that you do, and every journal entries could be on the same line. And when you create a journal entry, you can add some specific metrics. For instance, your body weight. Doesn't make sense to measure it every day, but why not? If you want to work or your blood pressure, okay? So you ask your client to measure the blood pressure every day and to enter it in the journal, and you get a nice curve. So it's very interesting to see this kind of feedback that could integrate any other biometrics. May 25, version 25. 300 new protocols, 1,000 new descriptions, 1,500 new biomarker matches, new structure resonances category. AI helpers can now build custom basic programs, new invite codes, new protocols relating to ATP, genes, enzymes, and a preview for new things that we will talk about, like the marketplace, gamification, the art gallery, the module extensions. We will see all that in the future. 126 introduced global coherence score, which was still experimental at the time. Enhanced curved, new AI helpers for biomarkers and stimuli. Family subscriptions, new basic program user interface, interactive body maps, and cross-map navigation. 127, real-time in-app notifications. That was a big one. It doesn't seem like something, but integrating notifications in an app is a nightmare. So now it's down, and we can go forward now with notifications, with real-time invitations, for instance, to fill a questionnaire or to do a reevaluation. You can send your clients in one click and ask to do a reevaluation, and it will sync with the cloud, and you will get the result into your own device, even if your client is 10,000 kilometers from here. So it's really nice. And notifications will allow us to go forward to a real social platform where you can directly chat with your clients in the app or guide them in the app remotely. So do remote sessions, and they have the app screen, and you could drive them in real time on their app screen to show them some specifics. So that's part of the future possibilities that are now integrated with that. 127 also introduced screenshots, annotated screenshots in reports. So now you can take a screenshot and just circle something or write some text to explain your client, and it will be integrated into the report, and your client can just see that. So when they open the file on their side, they have some comments from you and some specific screens like, hey, look at this chakra, you should work on it, and it means this or that. Or hey, this is the organ I want to work on this month, or anything. So it's great to be able to add some comments and directly draw on the screens. Yeah. So you can take the screenshot of any module and share it with your client, even if he doesn't have access to the module because it's only on a Play subscription, for instance, and he cannot see all the analysis module. You can do a screenshot for him to show him one specific analysis module that you want to stress the importance of, and just annotate it quickly, and it's very quick. Yeah. And in the next version, you can add some audio comments too on top of it. So you can just record an audio message, and it will create a mini presentation for your clients with some screens and some audio comments. So I think it's a great tool to send something to your clients, and especially when you work remotely, or when you do a reevaluation. For instance, you see the client in your office,
and you do a re-evaluation 1 week after that, and it doesn't come to your office, you just do it remotely. So you ask for a re-evaluation, you receive it, you do a quick analysis, you record 2 or 3 screens with an audio message or some text message. He receives a notification, hey, your pro has just updated your report. He clicks on it, it loads it, and he can just see what you just took. So I think it's a great tool to streamline remote work.
Yeah, for people like me that don't do touch typing, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yes.
It saves me 5,000, yeah.
And remember that even if you write, you can always dictate. So if you don't like to type a command, you can always dictate your command, because on every computer, on every smartphone, you can just activate the microphone and it will write what you are saying. So already it's very quick to do such a presentation. 28, new help center. So that was a big one. Okay, we do this webinar every week, and I understand that people that are new to the system don't want to see maybe 45 webinars now.
2 hours.
From 2 hours, yes. So we already have 60 or 70 hours of daily webinars, weekly webinars. So what we did is that we integrated them directly into the app, but not the whole webinar in the form of question answers. So when you go to the help center and you start typing your question, it will pop up entries from our documentations, our Q&A, or our webinar. And that is really powerful, because if you type, I don't know, harmonic boost, it will directly show you 10 or 15 excerpts from these weekly webinars, when you can play directly when it starts speaking about harmonic boost and this or that feature. And you have even a little snippet of what is said into this video. So you don't have to watch 70 hours of video. You just have to type the question that is in your head, and you will directly get straight to the point in the video that is speaking about that. And it's really powerful.
It is very powerful.
Yeah.
My last sensor sale, and this was 2 weeks before the conference, and he finally got up and started to do it, and he says, oh, now we need to do the meeting, because I said I'd give him a free hour. I said, well, I'm leaving. And I said, but I gave him to the BioCoherence app, right? And I said, well, also log in to your, do the question, right? And he got back to me before I left and said, wow, that was so, because I would have had to spend more than an hour.
And because it's very interesting, because what I didn't say is that this webinar research search feature is available on our website. So you don't even have to install the app. Yeah. You can go to the website, you click on top of Learn, and you go to the Learning Center, where you have all the documentation, all the videos, and this search function. So you just have to type anything you inquire about, and you directly get this video directly in the browser without even installing the app. So if you have clients that are curious about this or this feature, you can just tell them, oh, go to biocoherence.net, click on Learn, and you will get every answer you can imagine.
We've already done progressive scans, because there's so much information, but just that feature alone saved me as a distributor, or trying to help people. He responded back a day later and said, wow.
Yeah.
He was already on his his progression in his exploration.
Yeah, and that comes from many frustrations that I personally have when learning devices, and either it's like, okay, you have to do 3 days of training at this place, and it costs $3,000, or you have to read a lot of things or look at a ton of video. So I want to make learning BioCoherence as simple and straightforward as possible, even though it's such a complicated system. But it should be easy to enter in, and that's why we do all of this.
But this also is it's language, bilingual?
For the videos, right now it's only in English, but the plan is to subtitle them. So the webinars are only in English, but we want to subtitle the videos in every language. But in the meantime, the help, the online help, is in 20 languages too.
And that's on the app, is in the help section.
Yes. Yes. So in every section of the app, you have a question mark on the top right part of every screen, and if you click on it, it will open the manual page, the Q&A, all the video related to this page, so extracted from these webinars I just talk about, and probably other things, I don't know. Yeah. So we try to collect everything that is related to a specific page directly on this question mark. So click on the question mark because you will learn everything.
Well, yeah, with AI, you can just, I mean, probably, this is in the back end, and I'm sure this is what you do.
Yeah.
Question mark, type in the words, boom. I mean, 3, 4, 6, 8 videos, you know, the manual and the section in the manual, and yeah.
And we have added, on these videos, we have added the video date because it evolves so fast. So maybe you don't want to look at a video of 1 year ago if there is a new answer closely related to a question from 2 weeks ago, because probably things have changed a little bit. So that's why we put the date of the webinar in it. In the same update, we had the pre-computed harmonic boost, which was a big one. But now you can play the harmonic boost on any device because up until 1.28, the harmonic boost were played in real time because in one of the many crazy things that I did in BioCoherence, I created a live synthesizer. So every harmonic boost is generated live as you would do with a synthesizer when you play the sounds. Okay, so it's like a musical live synthesizer, but it's demanding on the processor of the device. So we had problems with all device and especially Android phones where the computing power was not enough and the sounds were crackling or not very nice. So we already did this for the personal guide where everything was pre-computed in a former version. But at last, in this one, which was only in May, we started doing it with the harmonic boost. So the price to pay is that when you want to launch a harmonic boost, it has to load from our server every computed thing. So if it's already pre-computed, it's very fast. If it's not pre-computed, it will compute it in the background and make it ready. And once it's ready, you can even switch the screen off and put it in your pocket and forget the device, and it will just play through everything. Because now that it is pre-computed, it can play with the screen off, because when the screen is off, the app receives approximately 10% of the computer power it normally has. So we really have to be very, very economic in power with the screen off. So now it's possible, and now it should work on every device, which is the goal if we want to change all of humanity.
You're saying it's exported as an MP3, it doesn't recompute everything?
No. Internally, it's exported as an audio file. So it's fetching the individual audio files of each of the harmonic boosts from the server and storing it once and for all on your device. So it's only downloading it once. And then each time you need this particular harmonic boost, so for instance, kidneys, it will play the file that is stored locally on your device. So it's only downloading it once.
It doesn't keep recalculating?
No.
Well, unless you're not on the internet.
If you are not on the internet, you cannot download them, of course. In this case, you can go to settings and check audio live calculation, and you go back to the former version where everything is computed live. Okay, so you can do it if you have a computer that is powerful enough, or an iPhone, or a high-end Android device, probably. But if you get some crackling sounds, just use the standard version, which is pre-computed. It's not true. You can do everything if you are not connected to internet, because in that case, it will try to download the files. And because the files is not fetched from the computer, it will compute it in the background.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. So you can still do the same, but it will be longer to prepare everything because everything will be computed in the background before you play it. We are almost there. We also introduced the new case report form, and that's something for you. When you save an exploration, you can check that you want to share it for research. And when you check that, you now have a case report form, which is a longer form to try and get some accurate data to build some future publications. Because we can do publications in peer-reviewed journals with as less as 3 case reports. which is not a lot, okay? So for each interesting case that you have when you do an exploration with a client, if you want, you can check when you open the save button by clicking on the name on top, it will open the different parameters where you say the name of the exploration, the main concern, and so on. And here you can check that you want to share it for research, and it will ask you to either fill the case report now or to receive it by email to fill it later. So you can choose the one you want. In both cases, you will have maybe 15 different questions that are really designed to help us use this anonymous case in a future peer-reviewed publication. And for that, you get a credit that you can use against your either your monthly subscription or future things that you will buy. So each time you fill a complete report, you get automatically a credit in your internal account from BioCoherence to say thank you for the time you spent to give us a nice case report.
That's why I'm not getting the credits, because I'm not always filling out right away the case, you know.
Yeah, you have to fill the complete case report, and when it's complete, it's automatically crediting your internal account.
Just typing in, you know, for research, just type in that box, typing in the stuff that the client won't see because
okay.
for research.
Yeah,
That's all I was filling
and it's the same for the case report. It's just for you and us. The client cannot see it. And so in the case report, if you have any, I don't know, any external measure or any proof that things are going better outside of BioCoherence because, I don't know, a blood sample or anything, you can just feed everything into the case report. And that's really gold when we want to get BioCoherence medically certified, exactly, yes. Because in what I envision, we can get hundreds or thousands of different case reports and hundreds or thousands of different questionnaires. And using this and data mining into this, we can just do thousands of different publications. And when we start, because almost every other system don't do any study because they are random number bullshit generators and they cannot reproduce anything. The few systems that can reproduce an effect and did studies did it on a very small subset because doing a study is really, really expensive. So they use one program and they do one study on it, and it allows them to get medically certified just with one study. What I want to do is 1,000 study. I want one study per biomarker, you know, and I want to say, okay, on this biomarker, given your problem, we have 74% positive results. And once we have that, it's a treasure, you know. So if we can say, okay, given your analysis, we will focus on this and this and this, but maybe we will prioritize this biomarker in the priorities because we know in the field that we have very good results with this kind of approach in your kind of problem. Because one thing you don't know is that every time you feel, after a recording, you can say what is the main focus. And you can describe the problem. And when you describe the problem, we compute an ICD-11 code out of it. So every recording is tagged with ICD-11 codes, which allows us to get medically classification of every recording. So once we have the ICD codes, the questionnaires, and the feedback, we can say, okay, for every ICD code, and that speaks to medical practices, for every ICD codes, we have this kind of results on this kind of problems. And that's gold.
That's perfect. The light just keeps getting brighter. Now, I want to ask, for like when I go to a doctor, in order for the insurance to pay, they have to have the codes.
Yeah. So you want me to show the ICD codes? I can show the ICD codes because they are there, but they are just hidden.
Yeah, if you could show that, maybe I could start getting my clients to get insurance payments.
Okay, sure.
That's down the road.
Yeah.
But that would. Yes.
But my idea.
The insurance is going to want to see the causal chain for sure.
Yeah. What's the source of your problem?
They don't want to see the pictures. They just want to see the words.
Okay, but the thing is that if. if I show the ICD codes, the next question is, oh, I think this ICD code is not exactly the good one. I want to change it, and for that I have to build an ICD code editor, which is much more complicated. Yeah. So that's why right now it's hidden under the hood, because it's not an internal mark. It's just an internal marker for us for future usage. It's not used anywhere. So 130, real-time in-app notifications. Yes. On 130, we started introducing on the, we have two homepages, one for the general users and one for the pros, which were called Play and Understand, okay? And so on 130, which was last July, I think, we introduced a new homepage for, we enhanced the homepage for the Play users, where we displayed the flower on top of it, and the chord, the main chord, and the main personality, because we think it's the things that are the most easy to understand for any people, okay? Yeah. Now you will see, because I have so much time, that we enhance this. So I will really speed run you into the new version. 131 with a fully upgraded universal search. Universal search is only August, okay? So now you have a universal search where you can type anything and it will fetch into everything that exists into BioCoherence. So be it structures, biomarkers, stimuli, help pages, basic programs, anything. So you just type a keyword and you get everything in one page.
Every AI.
And every AI, yes, exactly.
Everything.
Yeah. So you type, I don't know, you type kidneys and you see everything that is related to the kidneys, what AI helpers can help you on this particular topic, what stimuli you can do for the kidneys and so on. So universal search is really the internal Google of BioCoherence, and it makes things really simple.
Universal search.
Yeah.
Put that in there.
Yeah, it's in the front page. So you just have to update the app.
Under the search, right?
Yeah, it's on the front page or on top of the exploration.
You don't even have to open an exploration. You just type it in.
Well, you have different results. If you don't open an exploration, it will give you some basic programs that you can run directly. Yeah. If you are into an exploration, it will give you different kind of results, because we now have some results from the exploration and so on. So it's slightly different when you start it from the home page or from the exploration page. 131, we are not yet done. Control center and biomarker panel. Yes, we streamline the biomarker panel. So each time you click on a biomarker, you get a panel going down, and now you have bottom tabs where you can switch from everything. So you get directly the stimuli that are related to it, the AI helpers, and so on. We introduced this new harmonic boost biofeedback test that I was speaking about. So you can now test every day your harmonic. So your harmonic boost is made of 30 different things, and you will test what of these things you need today. So it will play very quickly the 30 difference and measure how you react for maybe 5 seconds. And at the end, it will say, okay, out of the 30, today you should play this 8. And then you spend 20 or 30 minutes playing the 8 that you need now. Yeah, that's very powerful.
You need to show me that after.
Oh, it's really easy. You click on measure on top of harmonic boost. And it will keep your last measure on top of it. So if you want to play the same one the following day, you don't have to do a measure again. You just click on measure and it's ready to play. So you go to harmonic boost, measure, play. That's it. And at one point, I forgot that harmonic AI helpers can create harmonic boost for you. And when they create it, now they are part of the top menu of the harmonic boost. So if you create an AI harmonic boost with the naturopath, for instance, you will have this harmonic boost on top of it, which is a subset specially created by the naturopath for you. So again, everything is in the same place. What? So, yeah. Oh yes, we casually added 500 CCN receipts. I don't know if you noticed this. We've gone from 180 to more than 600 TCN receipts. And that was because of you, I think. Because you were speaking about what can I do for my allergies. And at first I said to you, I don't know. I don't know how to do allergies. And then I had to think a little bit about it, and it dawned to me that allergies is basically TCM receipts can address it. And we didn't have TCM receipts for allergies, so it was a good way to research some new TCM receipts. You know, there are thousands of TCM receipts. So at first we only integrated a little bit at 100, but now we have 600, and we have the one for different allergies.
It's the allergy season, everyone's
Yeah.
complaining, yeah.
Yeah.
Just as a side note, and I'm not trying to validate biocoherence, but I've been taking acupuncture and I've been doing that for years. So I took my PDF report and I only incorporated the TCM, traditional Chinese medicine. And she looked at the recipes and said, oh, this is really accurate, because where she was putting the needles in my body, the acupuncture points, that was the rest. I mean, she didn't call it a recipe, but that was the recipe. The recipe was defining how she was addressing the ailments in my body.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Good feedback. In the same version, we had, I don't know if you know that, we now have what we call OTP login. It means that when you have a user needed to log in, you can send him an invitation with a special code that doesn't need to enter their login and password. So they just enter this invitation and they are automatically logged in. Okay, so it's very easy. You can send it by text message, or you can even point their phone on your screen. There is a QR code, and they are automatically logged into BioCoherence. So that's really great. But we have done even better. Now when you try to log in with your email, if you don't remember your password, you get a 6-digit password that lasts only for 10 minutes. That you get by email, and you can enter this 10-digit password. So you don't have to worry about remembering your password or anything. When you want to log in, you enter your email. It says, oh, okay, you already have an account. Check your email, you have your password. So it's really easy for users. 132, September. We are almost done. And then the future. And then a little bit of time for you, maybe.
Christine's going to move to tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see all Americans are fresh at 9, so maybe we can start at 9 tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. 132, the drives filter in graph. I know you like that. So now you can, the drive screen that Dan speaks so dearly about is quite complicated because it shows more than 50 different emotions that are grouped into 3 main groups and 3 subgroups. And now you can filter to show only this main group or only this subgroup across all main groups. And it's really powerful because you can see all subconscious parts from what I read it inside me or outside me or to others, for instance, and only the links between these groups. So these filters are a new addition that is quite recent and very powerful to work on emotions. Basic programs have improved too, I think. Yes, you can now change the active day in basic programs, and that was, I think, because of you, Christina. You said, I cannot go back to my basic program day 5 or something like that. So now, exactly as the personal guide, when you start the basic program meditation, you can open the basic program preview and change the day if you are not happy with being on day 5 and you want to go back on day 3, or if for whatever reason the day didn't increase, you can just change it by hand. And that's it. So I will not read you many very nice testimonies because you will probably do it yourself.
Could you maybe speak a little about when you go into the little structure, when you're in the looking at the different mind, body, organs, that then you look up on top and there's the little line that says structures, so you can go into that.
Yeah.
Did you touch on that? That's another feature that you don't have to go searching for. You just click on the line and it takes you to the structures, like in harmonic boost.
Okay, so maybe we will do that in workshops.
Okay.
I don't think it's...
Okay.
Yeah, no. Okay, here we go. Can I do that? It could probably be bigger. Oh, boom, 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 boom. That's nice. You can change the interface size. Yeah. I hope everybody knows that.
Yes.
So, new homepage. So this is the near future. Then I will speak about the far future, but quickly because it will be time to hit. So what about the near future? It will probably jump from version 1 point something to version 26 point something, so that we can change the major version every year. So we will skip version 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 up to 25 because we have done so many things in the past years that we deserve it. Okay. What's happening? Okay. Okay, so
On voit pas, est-ce qu'on peut reculer la table en bas ici? Ça devient plus grand. Est-ce que le film est assez long?
c'est mieux? Non, non, mais là, et c'est mieux ou pas?
On va reculer le projecteur.
Or maybe just move it to here. I don't know about the wire though.
That first.
This side, just move this.
That can probably move, but not a lot.
Par-dessus.
Alors, tu peux,
Par
attends,
ici.
on peut le tirer un peu déjà.
OK, c'est déjà beaucoup mieux.
Yeah, a little bit
Il
bigger.
faut
Vas-y, vas-y,
juste
vas-y.
le balancer. Puis on va
Attends.
tu l'as tout à l'heure. High tech, see?
Yeah. It relies on BioCoherence.
That's right.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay, so new homepage. I can't see the old homepage anymore. I love this whole new homepage. So if you want to switch to the new homepage, there is a super secret settings that is in experimental functions, and there are some secret things here. Something is cooking, but might be breaking, you know? So that's because I don't want you to check it, but now you can. Especially the 9.1, which is the new homepage.
Something is cooking but might be breaking.
Yeah.
That's just like the right clicks on the things that used to be secret.
Yeah.
Now you can right click.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, Laura.
Okay, so to switch the account is just like that, and then you will have the active account information. Personal explorations would go there, including the current exploration, and you would have the current basic program here. So you can run in the same time a basic program on several days and a personal exploration on several days. And some of our users do that. For instance, the basic program in the morning, always the same, quicker to do, and the personal guide the evening, and the personal harmonic boosts in the meantime, for instance, when you did it. So you can have both directly on your homepage. Search anything is still here. So this is really, really a really nice thing. So you can find, do we have protozoa? Okay, yes, we have them. So you can just type anything here.
Can you click on basic program?
Yes, so you will have the AI helpers to help you create something, your personal programs if needed, and your favorite programs, and then just all programs. So we removed the different categories from the homepage because there is a new category, which is adventure.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. And series.
I want to have an adventure. Me too.
So we will see tomorrow how to create series and so on, but we will release some new series, including 33 treasures from Christine that are the original meditations that were from the app.
So you haven't explained what series are?
Yeah, series are a group of basic programs.
Yeah.
So, for instance, we would have 33 treasures that will provide 33 different basic programs and a way to choose the ones that you need for today.
33 different, how use your French? 33 different...
Basic programs.
No, you said the word before that.
33 treasures.
Yeah, what is that word?
Treasures.
Treasures.
Treasures. And Christine will explain what treasures are, but basically it's energetic tools that she detected in different clients of hers that you can use to heal yourself. So it's more of a spiritual approach, and all these spiritual approaches will go into adventure because adventure is a new way to for self-development. And we will go back to the beginning of my speech, which is meditation can change you. And well, I know that for a fact because it did change me. But meditation is complicated for many people because they are afraid of doing it and so on. So that's why we start with meditation that are very down to earth, like taking care of your own body and visualizing these energetic points and calling the energy from it to go somewhere else. And we have feedback from users saying, it's the first time I think about my body. I never think about my body, and it's amazing. So that's a very good way to introduce you to what you can do with your mind, okay? And then the second step would be adventures. And in adventures, we would have, so for instance, the cards from Christine. And we have another series that is coming that are from my daughter. That my daughter is a writer and a drawer. She's drawing books and writing books. And one of our upcoming books is called Miracle Oracle.
Miracle Oracle.
Miracle Oracle, so thank you. And so they channeled 44, I think, different beings from 44 different species all across the universe to ask them how they could help humans, in what specific way. And so the idea is that you can get these specific meditations through 44 basic programs. And you get some information on the beings and so on, and you get a book and a deck of cards with the, like any oracle, okay. So you can buy this deck of cards through your usual BioCoherence distributor, for instance. So it can become an additional product for distributors to have, and something that is a kind of companion to the app. And when you buy the physical cards, you get an access to BioCoherence with a special invitation code that will directly open the page in the app. So this invitation code system is really interesting because we can change many things in the app according to what invitation code you enter, and we can give direct access to certain features if people enter a specific invitation. So say you enter Miracle Oracle as an invitation code, and you will directly go to these 44 meditations. And these meditations are designed to connect you with this particular being species. So they usually have some human specialists that are knowledgeable of how humanity works, and they have all some specific qualities and approaches to care, to say. So maybe instead of asking an AI helper for help, you can ask a real different species being for help and connect with them. And that's also what meditation is made for. So I think it's a very interesting way to expand the awareness of possibilities.
So, yeah, sometimes you realize what comes out of your mouth. It's unbelievable.
Another one we will release, and that's more from me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, another one adventure exploration series we will release is a journey in the solar system.
Solar system.
Yeah, and you get 33 different explorations of the solar system to heal some specific parts of your body. So maybe you will go to an underwater ice ocean near Saturn to heal your inner water because you can connect to the energy of this planet.
Yeah.
Okay? And these meditations are really amazing.
Yeah, those are powerful.
Yeah.
We've dealt with that with the constellations where you can douse out.
And so,
Place in space.
just to show you quickly the process, we are building some specific test lists with some meditations, and so you can open this one and see these different texts and action and biomarkers. And so you get the full text that will be then generated in many languages. And you see this meditation, we will do a workshop. We will do a workshop on how to create these kind of things because I will show you what prompt I used to generate the text because I had to change it 10 times before I had the text that I really wanted. But we can feed the title, the description, and the text, and a general prompt that is here. And when you use this general prompt, you get really the text of the meditation you want. So once you have this title and description, you can generate the meditation for all items at once and then generate the audio. So it's really, I'm working on streamlining this process to create a lot of different series like that to learn how to tap into your inner resources and discover new possibilities that you didn't know you could have inside you. So these journeys are really, really nice.
So these are all imagination.
Yes, it's an inner voyage, but you do this journey from your mind, but this journey is guided from where you are right now to the center of the sun, going through the clouds and so on. So it's really a visualization of everything. And when you are there, you will start getting some healing because you are into the sun in your imagination and you will start receiving things that you need to receive. So I think it can be also a very powerful process.
Yeah, we can't call it real.
No, we can call it real, but if the effects are real, can you call it real?
I mean, the sun's pretty real.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just take it away, see what happens. See how long it can last without the sun, you know? So, people take it for granted, yeah.
And now for the next interesting part. If you go down here, so you can, of course, magic guess all actions. So just as a refresher, when we do a list like that, you can create as many lists as you want. And if, for instance, if you work with a specific brand of supplements, you can enter all the supplements, and you can ask to automatically detect all of this. So let's just do it quickly. There is 0 action on Mercury. So let's, I'm not sure I have connected to internet. No, I'm not connected. So you can click here to magic write it, and then you can click here to magic guess the actions. And this will give us a list of related organs that we have here, for instance, for the sun. And it will give us some organs, some meridians, some emotions, and some chakras that are related to this particular healing, and it will guess it from the text. Okay, so it will tap into our 1,500 structures library, and it will guess from what is said in the text what organs are related to that. And from that, we can compute, because we have your evaluation, we can compute if this particular meditation is useful for you or not, because we know what organs it will heal. And we know that these organs are in need of healing or not.
And then you do a subsequent scan to see the effect.
Of course. And you see this new button? And if I click here, it will create a new basic program including all of these organs and this particular meditation. And that's how we turn it all around. And at the end, we do something very simple for the user, which is not going into a list and trying to find some specific item or anything. We just have a list of basic programs that are easy to play because you just click on a button. So you are, of course, encouraged to create your own lists because you can...
I was saying, when I was talking about the questionnaire, I didn't want to dominate the conversation because I could have went on for about an hour just from that one idea of a questionnaire. But this is literally what I was talking about. You go from questionnaire to harmonic to a custom harmonic boost.
Yeah.
There was just a whole journey in between that I didn't want to explain because it's
Yeah,
like too technical. But
We should get an hour next.
Yeah, so I want to do some workshops, and workshops are pretty an open discussion, so we have to decide together what workshops you want to do, but I definitely want to do a workshop on how to create list items and lists.
I'm trying to figure that.
Yeah, so I think it's worth a good workshop, and we can do it in French too. On peut le faire en français aussi.
You can just spend the rest of the afternoon on that. Wow.
So this is the Oracle Miracle. So we had some elves. It's still in French. We had some fairies, dragons, dryads, centaurs, sylphites, intraterrestrial giants, vouivres, sirènes oiseaux. They met some very interesting guys, honestly. So at some point, they made some research and they said, okay, who could work on this problem? And someone came, and they were both channeling it and discussing with them, and channeling.
so who was the person that was channeling this?
Channel.
Christine and Carla, my daughter.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is it challenge or channel?
Channeling. So basically discussing with them. Yeah, chatting. So we have a griffin, sphinx, oceanide, a gnome, a gene, hider, phoenix,
How are you going to explain
a tortoise.
They have to be the right person.
Oh, the blue frog.
Get it? Because I mean, I've been trying to like.
The blue frog. The blue frog is mine. It's my guide.
Blue what?
The blue frog.
All right.
Yeah.
Fits.
I've got a phoenix in there as well.
A seraphim. Oh, the seraphim is good. The seraphim is very technical, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
A blue cerf. C'est quoi cerf en anglais?
C'est quoi le mot?
Cerf. Un cerf with big horns.
Oh, the it's like a reindeer.
Yeah, deer. Yeah. So blue reindeer. Hippocamp. Ah, the triangular people. Yeah.
Never heard that.
Yeah. Now you can chat with them. They control time. Yeah.
Time lords.
Yeah, they are time lords. Yeah. So if you want,
Timekeepers, yeah.
if you ever want to do a meditation about time, you can just connect with the triangular people, and they will explain you things.
The triangle people.
Yeah.
I like that one. I get that.
Yeah.
I see that.
Giraffe, a goddess, another goddess. Oh, a few goddess. A divine couple. Many goddess. Ah, yes, Green Tara, Sarasvati,
Hence, if you look
Sona Hathor.
triangle.
Hathor is very powerful too. Yeah. So we are going a little bit out of the materialistic things of healing people and a little bit more on the spiritual side of, yeah, just a little bit, on developing new things if people want to explore that,
What's
that part of
I
it.
missed that, sorry, apologies. What's the translation of that top one? The English.
O'Toole, terrestrial fairy.
Ah, okay, cool, thank you.
So we are in the process of integrating the drawings of the cards that will be on the physical deck. But when you have the physical deck, of course, you can do whatever you do with the physical deck to choose what kind of being you want to connect to or what kind of problematics you have or anything. So
All the creators are connected with certain programs, so we can test what guide is more effective for you now.
Can you give me my phone? It's probably there.
The organs who need help on your body.
Antoine, tu peux me donner mon téléphone pour que je fasse un partage de co juste pour montrer? What?
You can connect to my hotspot?
Yeah, do it.
This is fun. That's great.
So,
So your daughter's making the art for these cards?
yeah,
Yeah, awesome. How many are there?
44.
44.
You said that, yep, yep.
Only 44.
Yes, but it's a start, you know. No, I mean, I mean, as with all.
You want to get to 72 at least, right?
As with all basic programs and list items, it's an open platform. It means anybody that is a pro user can create
Or if you
things.
meet one-
What?
If you meet a new one, you can put it.
Yeah. You can create new ones. So not in this list because this list is not a collaborative list, but you can create your own list of things. And if you love to work with, I don't know what kind of philosophy that allows to expand your mind in some way, you can create a list and basic programs on that and create a series.
Yeah.
And when you create a basic program, now you have an option to put it into a series.
Yeah.
And instead of having individual basic programs, you will click on the series and have all the basic programs from this series.
I only have 13 though, I try to keep it simple.
So 576.
Right?
I'm not joking.
I bet. No, I
I'm
bet.
not
I
joking.
know. I could, yeah.
576.
Christine just said they're all connected to the organ somewhere?
Yes, because
44 organs are on the
no. Okay, so you have a title on
Haven't
it.
manifested yet.
Okay, so
This will grow you new organs.
is it?
Déjà sur la même.
No, it is good. Yeah, there is several organs per kind.
Okay.
And there is organs you can find in.
Okay, so this is.
So the same organ can be different size.
I'll do it with this one. So for 33, no. For journey in the solar system, for instance. So this one are done, but this one is not done. So let's work on Mercury. So we have a title and we have a short description. Okay? It's very short.
Can you read it?
You glide swiftly around Mercury, clarity of thought and quicksilver. Someone read it. Someone with a better
Glide
accent.
Swiftly around Mercury, clarity of thought and quicksilver, light filling your nerves with agility, related organs, meridians, chakras, and drives, nervous systems, lungs, communication, anxiety relief, throat chakra, Vishuddha, lung, large intestine, meridians.
Okay, so first step, let's magic write it. Because we have written this first general guidance for all the lists. So this is a general guidance for all the lists to say you take the user at this place, you describe in great detail how he flies across the clouds and go to the designated planet and so on. So this is the same prompt for all the lists. The only thing that changes is the title and the description. And now we click on Magic Write. And we wait for maybe 10 seconds. And then we go to lunch.
Are you on a hotspot? Is there no Wi-Fi in the building?
Okay, and now we have the text. As you continue to immerse in this journey, feel gentle lift and so on and so on. You glide to the layers of the clouds, leaving the Earth behind and so on. As you approach Mercury, etc., etc. Now as you glide around the planet, visualize the energy of Mercury, as the healing energy of Mercury envelops you and so on. So now we have a complete text that is probably ready for the meditation. So what I would do is read it to see if it's okay. If it's not okay, I can just delete it and click on Generate Meditation again, or just correct the part that doesn't feel good, okay? Now, what I would do is Magic Guess Actions. So I can click here or here, it's the same. And it will check organs, emotions, meridians, and chakras. And it will fetch it from the text.
So also it's going like crystals?
So this is like a fun way to heal your organs, you're saying?
And so, yeah, exactly. It's an adventure.
In a creative way.
It's an adventure to heal your organs in a fun way. That's exactly it. Yeah. And so it extracted from the text that it can work on these different systems, which are emotions, organs, chakras, and so on. And now if I want to make it into a basic program, I just have to click here, create a new basic program, and that's it. I would put it into a series, probably, which would be, oh, I have to create it, okay. I would create a new series, which would be called Adventures in the Solar System. And it would be in the category Adventure, and it would be probably self-development. And everything is already inside.
So you're saying that would make a harmonic boost program?
Yeah, yeah.
So then,
And a basic program. So you can do an harmonic boost and you can do a personal guide.
so then when you do your meditation,
Yeah,
a lot of times people can't bring all that energy back
Yeah.
with them.
exactly.
You play the harmonic boost throughout the day, and it would help you remember it to integrate it into
Yeah.
your basic life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would have this a harmonic boost with this particularly meditation that we just wrote. 4 meridians, 3 chakras, 2 organs, and as many drives, 8. So it means that this meditation should rotate on 8 days, because the maximum of items in one category is 8. So it will generate a basic program that will last 8 days, and every day, so the first day you will have this, and this, and this, and this, and this. The second day you will have the second one, and so on, and again during 8 days. But each time you will have this meditation here. So if I save it now, it's here.
I got to sit with this. This is great, I get it, but I'm just thinking, how do you tell somebody about this?
Yeah.
You don't, you just tell them to play this frequency.
It's called, you know what? I didn't call it esoteric capacities or anything. I called it,
Esoteric, what did you say, capacitive?
yeah, capacities.
No, say that word again.
Capacities.
Capacities.
Oh, esoteric capacity.
Yeah, I called it adventures.
Yeah.
Because really it's exactly as you said. It's a fun way. It's exactly as you said. It's just a fun way to heal.
Yeah.
You know.
No, it's great.
So if you have a teenager in front of you and you say, hey. Instead of healing yourself, do you want to make a journey into the solar system? And it's like a nice series with 1 episode per day, you know. And instead of watching the TV, you just close your eyes and you listen to the sound.
That's what you used to say, let's make your own TV show.
And also
Yeah.
like stories also.
Yeah, you make stories, and it happens that by the end of the month, maybe you will be cured. But that's a side effect, you know.
No, this is great. No, because basically what this is trying to get kids to make their own video game for healing rather than
Yes,
just kill
yes,
something
and seeing
they're doing now.
because that's the power of suggestion. You can see everything in your inner eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What about adding the word imaginary adventure? Because it's like, it sounds like it's a scientific thing, but
It
there's
is.
no real validation.
Who can tell that it isn't?
I mean, that's your brain.
Well, I mean, the
if you get into the
result, we'll see,
neurology
but
of
it's
it,
an imaginary adventure.
You know what?
Flying to
You know what?
Mercury.
What we do with the adventures is that we address the actual organs with the actual frequencies.
yeah,
So we have the same effect as with any harmonic boost.
yeah,
It's just a clever way to package it in a fun way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But do we know?
But your
do we
imagination,
know
if
that
all
we're
is mind, your
creating the
imagination
same
is
result?
everything. So it's actually more than just fun. But yeah, we
Yeah.
can call it fun.
Yeah, right, yeah.
We just call it fun.
No,
Yeah.
it's just your imagination, yeah.
Yes, but adventures.
Imagination, no big deal.
I think
Imagination means eye imaging, is literally with the word.
Literally. Yeah, literally.
I think adventures is nice.
Yes, it's so fun.
Okay.
I mean, cartoon land, and then, you know, you get them to start developing their own characters.
Okay. Another.
No, it is a database, you know.
Just another big one, and then we will have to lunch. Is it still recording? Yeah. Okay.
That's fun.
So now, when you want to import something, you have an import button here. But the new thing is that you can import from the watch, or you can now import from the sensor, and it will alleviate a lot of problems. It means that you can take the sensor, do the recording without the app
Oh,
for 2 minutes, and then you launch the app and you click on import from sensor, and it will just connect on the sensor. I should get a sensor and show you. Okay, and list you the recordings that are available on the sensor, because each time you do an evaluation, in fact, it does a recording. So if you struggle with getting the real-time data from the sensor to the app, now in the new version, it will say, okay, we are not receiving live data, but don't bother. It's a recording on the sensor, so you can just import the data at the end. So just continue the recording, even if it doesn't show on the screen, and click on import at the end. And I think it will alleviate a lot of problems.
Exhibitions. Imagine if you're going to events and exhibitions, the internet, the connection, and then. Yeah, this is amazing.
So you still need to connect via Bluetooth to the sensor, but you don't have the problem of getting all the data in real time and so on. And sometimes it disconnects. We don't know why.
I've never seen a sensor work so good and fast, even in the hospital.
What?
My sensor has been working great with the app. Like even in the hospital with all the stuff, like I've never seen them go so fast.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And how long? It's one scan or how?
It's one scan, yes. Yeah. So you have a list of the different scans with the date of the scan, so you have to figure out which one you want, but usually it's the last one, it's the most recent one you want to import.
One thing that's important, the sensor, when you look at the specs on the sensor, if you don't download that scan within 20 minutes, the scan is gone.
No.
That's what it says in the instructions.
Not in my version.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No. We can. I could even download scans from 1 year ago. So it's just that it has a limited number of scans. So if you do 20 scans, it will start erasing the former ones and so on.
20 is the limit. Yeah?
I'm not sure. It depends on the length of the scan. So
you're saying they're held in the sensor.
Yeah. So you can do the recording. You can do the recording with the sensor without even switching on the app. So for instance, in your waiting room, you can put a sensor and you can say, please do a recording while you are waiting, and bring the sensor with me. And then people come with the sensor, you connect with it, you download.
And you just have to place your thumbs on for it to start recording.
Yeah. Dude, that would be great for clinics.
Yeah, exactly.
That's perfect.
So that was a hidden feature of the sensor that you already have. So you don't have to buy a new sensor, it's already built inside.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You've tested it, so
And you tend to hold it for 7 minutes because you know it roughly takes about.
I read the instructions.
Yeah, I mean, mine are going to
Yeah, spread out.
Scan it yourself.
Spread out the algorithm.
And it logs.
it was cleaned up. Yeah, because at the end, Heather can barely hold it.
So please, we need to finish before lunch, and we are already late. Okay. So this is the home page of the individual exploration. So nothing has changed except this big one that we will see tomorrow. I won't click on it today. Sorry. But something really fun has changed on the play screen. So if you click on the play screen, you still have your flower, okay?
That's crazy.
And of course, I have to open another one. Sorry. Maybe this one.
And the majority of these leaves, it's telling you what is the most biomicros in this area. Yeah?
Yes. The bigger the petal, the more biomarkers you have in this zone. Okay.
Yeah.
So you still have your personality, but now there is a new button here, and I'm sure Jeff Cozy will love it. So this is very fun. It's a bit cheesy, but it's fun.
We like cheese. We're in France.
Okay. So your inner music. Sorry, your music is D sharp minor 7th. We have some other metrics like your bass, tone, and so on, and you can just have fun and create a music with AI. And let's have some rock.
Music.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
So that's
Wow, let's hear this.
that's something again something fun for your clients. But it's really nice, and it should. I didn't check, but
You guys must be sharing a brain. That's why Jeff sent his song that he sent.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I didn't check the name of.
That's so funny.
Okay, so it will be a little bit special because my client name is medtest to claim the tester, which doesn't make anything, but it will be included into the lyrics.
Oh, lyrics.
Yeah.
Lyrics?
Yeah.
This, I've been looking for the way, how do you get people to do the gaming
Viral, yeah.
Yeah.
creation?
But something.
Your name is in the lyrics.
And something else that will be included is your priorities. So it will say you have to work on this, and your lungs are in such a perfect shape, and so on.
Kids, can you make suggestions too, so you could subliminally like take out the garbage and do the
I should have. You know what?
so fun to do the
I should add a prompt.
You love to make your dad food.
I'm not sure it works, so maybe we have to test it tomorrow. It's the live effect, of course. So I'm not sure either my connection is not good or what, but I will show you tomorrow.
How long does it normally take when it's working?
30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 30 seconds to 1 minute. So
we
it
can
seems
do the rock, or-
it seems not to work. No, we will listen to it. Maybe this afternoon or maybe
You
tomorrow.
see the stuff on the playlist, like the section, the categories. There was rock music, I saw jazz.
Jazz,
So go back.
And was there like,
Yes, but as it's crashed, I have to reload it.
yeah, was there classical?
I saw classical, I think.
Yeah.
Come on, put something.
I'm just waiting for hip hop, basically. I'm not sure if I saw hip hop. So I'm like, yo, no, you need to sort it out, mate.
It's not like Harry Mack.
So meditative, blues, rock, jazz, classical, pop, electronic, and I cannot scroll, so that's another bug. We have something like 30 different
Oh,
styles.
you got 30. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
All right. Hip hop must be.
We have 30, but we can add more. It's just a quick list that I did. So if you really want this very niche subtype of Croatian traditional music, I can just add it.
Polka!
Oh, hell no.
I was in the hospital, like we were making noise in our room, but I walked past this old man, they had like a polka jam going on. And I'm like, well, I don't care if we're allowed to do our frequencies over here. These guys are doing polka.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me show you just a new screen, which is the visualizer. Shall I click on it?
Yes.
Yeah, Cozy went back and put all his old songs into reggae. With AI. That's what he's been doing. Yeah.
And again, we have a
You
problem.
saw this, like-
Okay, you know what? Let me open another recording. I have to change the account.
Yeah, I wrote this song. It went back to the 70s.
Ouais.
I just made
Non,
it-
mais j'ai quasiment fini.
Oh, my-
What have you guys been smoking while you were done?
Pure happiness.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay, we got some video.
Oh, yeah,
Let me
some
see.
Monteberg, right?
Visualization.
Okay, so this is the liver. This is the triple hitter, pericardium, stomach.
Yeah.
So this is the color. This is the petal color, and all the rest is computed from the main resonant frequencies of your individual exploration scan.
We're not talking about structures.
Let me just say that this is a drawing that comes only for your own exploration scan. So each exploration will be different.
So it's kind of like a semantics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because so it's not entirely finished, but what I want to do is that you see that's exactly like cymatics when you put a wave in the center and it makes some waves.
Yeah.
But this frequency will be a parameter from, for instance, the additional stimuli or things that you can put on it. And we will use it in the personal guide as a visualization. Instead of putting the text, you can have a visualization.
This is cool.
And it's when it's spinning, it's really, really hypnotizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I
And with the songs behind.
geometries.
And if you want to understand how it's generated, you can just draw it. And as you can see, there are several circles, and these circles, the size and the speed of the circles are dependent on the individual parameters. So, for instance, the spleen would be that, and at the end, it does that.
That is cool. That's like what I do, like myself, make little circles.
And you have very different shapes. That's very fun,
This is
Wow.
especially if you go to. That's fun because that's a mold. If you go to chakras, usually you have very different shapes. So I'm not sure there is a direct I'm not sure you will find a direct interpretation of how it looks and what you can interpret from it. But I think it's more a fun way of seeing each of the biomarkers and maybe seeing them evolve when you do some re-explorations and you do your personal guide again, you will have some slightly different visualizations because your biomarkers will have evolved. And again, this is one of the ways to compute several frequency data into one drawings, but there are many other ways. So this is a start with one visualization type with these 4 circles, and it creates, that comes from chaos theory. You know, when you have multiple pendulums that are moving and you just change the initial settings and it makes some very complex drawings. So that's exactly what we have here. And so we can have different, we did one with these 4 circles, but we can have different ones with pendulums or I don't know what, and it would create some different drawings. So again, it's more fun than useful on an analysis point of view, but I think it's really fun.
Yeah. This is what I got into with crystals and sacred geometry because I want everything to be perfect. And it's like, well, it never is. It's always, you know, that derivative of it, but it's not. Like, because I was looking at the geometries that you draw by hand versus the computer generated. Mm-hmm. The computer generators are perfect, but they don't hold energy because they're too perfect to hold energy.
It's
and
slightly
it doesn't,
asymmetrical.
right, so it's always about getting close to it.
This one is interesting.
Yeah. So I love this. This is exactly what I mean.
So again, it's something fun for people to engage with biocoherence in a fun way, you know.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, I don't really understand what it means, but I know that it comes from my vitals somehow. Yeah.
That's what's good about this is that you don't need, you know, you can understand whatever part you want and just trust that it's, I mean, just look at it. Just listen to it if you don't care.
Yeah.
So what was the name of the calculations to calculate that?
It doesn't really have a name.
You said the research, you said this.
Chaos theory. Chaos.
C-O-W-S?
C-H-O-R-O-S? Chaos? Chaos. Oh, sorry. Chaos. Oh.
Chaos theory. Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah.
This is why the French always had wars with the Brits.
Where's the beef?
Okay, quickly, because we are all starving. Just in structural resonances. So we are now in the stimuli. So you have these ones that you know, the ones that are recommended in team or for this scan or anything. We have diseases, but now you have a new subset here that helps you pick some specific lists, and it becomes useful. So for instance, ATP, you have all the ATP frequencies that you can put on it, but you already had that. But now you have some new things like animal pathogens DNA, bacteria, you can directly find them. Okay, mycoplasma, viruses. Yeah.
This is on next,
You don't detect them. You add them as stimuli to correct the problem.
yeah. This is
Come on.
on next version?
Yeah, this is in the
This is what we've been asking. This is great.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have animal pathogens, but we have subcategories. Otherwise, we had like 900 animal pathogens, and it was not practical. So you can just browse it like that, okay? And you can of course search by keyword.
Can you put cancer in just for 1 second? Cancer in the real test?
Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. So now we have emotional support that you know. We have a lot of things. Meditation, which is quite new. Things that can help in the context of a meditation. Okay. So that's more for the adventurous part.
Yeah, that's
okay.
where I like.
And spiritual too. Yeah.
I spent so long just clicking through things looking for those.
Yeah.
5,000.
Body support, and now we go to the new ones, which are human pathogen DNA, and we have the same. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So we have something like I don't know, more than 1,000 human pathogens that are integrated in medical categories.
I don't understand. The viruses, you will prevent them by clicking on them?
What's like a rife thing?
Okay, so now what we do, okay, it's interesting. These are exclusive BioCoherence frequencies that you will not find anywhere else because it's human, pathogens, DNA. Okay, so we compute it from the specific DNA of these pathogens and we send frequencies that can counteract the natural effect of this DNA, so prevent them from replicating, for instance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I play my harmonic boost and I know I'm in an environment where people have COVID,
Yeah.
it will help me prevent that from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you played it sufficiently loud, you will probably cure people around you.
Yeah, or just
Like make a party.
resonating, hey, we'll get it off your
Party,
ear.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant by rife, is that it's using like the
And
reciprocal.
then you add some jazz music to it, then you can have.
Yeah, underneath.
Yes.
everyone knows. Yeah.
So we have a lot of things
That
here.
would never happen on the radio or conventional music.
How do you know it's not
they would-
happening now?
Well, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
that's my
it
joke.
is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
they did that a long time ago.
Unfortunately, yes.
C'est les mêmes que dans
Yeah, no, Taylor
BioRésonance,
Swift
Médéric?
just wants.
Non, il y en a beaucoup plus.
everybody-
Il y en a encore plus.
Ouais.
Il y a tous ceux de BioRésonance.
Ceux de biorésonance, ils sont plus ou moins déjà dans les structures, parce que là, on avait d'autres fréquences, effectivement. Mm.
You gotta admire.
And with the
So we have a lot of things, and we have COVID, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
Parasites,
and
same. Okay, post-operation, you know it already.
Have a look.
Post-operative,
Yeah, can I see that?
that's
I'm gonna
huge.
need that soon. Bring that.
This one, you have to go to post-operation. It's really good.
Ça s'ajoute automatiquement dans un check ou tu le fais
Non, ça s'ajoute à la main, ou alors tu demandes à un assistant AI qui est spécialisé dans les stimuli de te les ajouter sur les structures qu'il faut. Et lui, il va... je réponds en anglais si ça t'embête pas. Okay, so if you don't know what to search, you go to you do your exploration, then you go to the AI helpers, and you go to the blue helpers that are specialized in stimuli, and you ask them to pick some stimuli and some structures to put on the stimuli, because what is complicated is that each stimuli is directed to a specific structure. So you have to add the structure, and then on top of it you add the stimuli, and the stimuli will flow through your body and go directly to the structure. So the AI helpers can do that. So use them. Yeah. So right now, for instance, I'm working on the throat chakra. So everything that I would add as frequencies would be added on top of the throat chakra. So we would be directed to the throat chakra. So if on a therapeutic point of view, I want to go through the throat chakra for this particular effect, it will have this. Ouais. So I'm just finishing post-operative cell metabolism, cancer factors. You will find it here. Okay. So it's related to cancer growth factors and oncoproteins. Okay. Molecules, please dig into it. Enzyme, proteins, antioxidants, cellular, prebiotic, gut flora, neurotransmitters, hormones, vitamins. Molecules, like, yes, that's ATP. So you have a lot of things to work on here. If you want to work on enzymes, if you want to work on antioxidants, glutathione is here. So this is all new. Drugs, this is all new too. So what we did is that we computed the resonance frequencies of these particular drugs by working on their molecular structure. Okay, working on their molecular structure, we have the resonance frequencies of the molecules, and we always say this is not a substitute for the medication, but rather a support to help the body process it in the most beneficial way, because we don't want to be sued by the pharmaceutical industry, of course. So either you use it as a way to better absorb the actual medication and use it in a beneficial way in your body, or maybe you can on your side do tests to see if it has the same effects, but I cannot guarantee you that, okay, officially.
Is smoking considered a drug? Smoking?
No, a drug, it's un médicament.
it's a
Okay,
cure.
oui, mais c'est une sorte de drogue de tabac, non?
No, une drogue. That's
It's not like an addiction, it's like
Yeah.
a cure.
en anglais, drug is un médicament. C'est pas une drogue. Donc là, on parle pas de fumer, on parle d'un certain médicament, par exemple l'aspirine.
Je comprends.
Ouais. Donc restons sur ça, s'il te plaît, parce qu'il faut vraiment qu'on s'arrête. Et après, je te répondrai. So we have a lot of different drugs. So antifungals, immunosuppressants, bronchodilatators, anticoagulants, hormonal contraceptives, chemotherapeutics might help you, antipsychotics, steroid medications, antivirals, anti-inflammatories, anti-diabetics, anti-anxiety, antihypertensives, PPIs, statins, antihistamines, antibiotics, etc., etc. We really have a lot, and painkillers. So what I suggest is if you have clients using this kind of drugs, it might help them use it in a better way, okay? So start with that. Remedies, essential oils. That was for Laura, I think. But we will add more. I want to add some backflowers, Schlusser salts, Schlusser salts, and other things like that. So that will be in remedies. So right now we have the frequencies of essential oils. Again, this is BioCoherence specific frequencies that we computed from the chemical formulae of these different essential oils. So it comes from the chemical structure that we want to resonate.
Lavender everywhere.
Yeah. The psi you already know. And finally we have genes grouped by chromosomes and DNA. DNA are the whole chromosomes. So these are the resonant frequencies of the whole chromosomes or of individual genes if you want to boost some gene expression, for instance, or regulate some gene expression. And I think we will stop here. For the rest, we will see.
You got to give us time to like
Yeah, like process.
Yes, so let's